Have you ever found yourself wide awake between 3 and 5 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why? What if I told you this stillness is not an accident, but a powerful invitation? Welcome to the Daily Stoic Reflections, where we bring timeless wisdom from ancient Stoic philosophy into your modern life. In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful practices you can do if you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. actions that can reshape your mindset, boost your resilience, and deepen your connection with yourself and the world. From decoding the meaning of your dreams to practicing gratitude, meditation, and self-reflection, this is more than just a guide, it's a roadmap to inner peace and strength. This video is filled with insight, and every part builds upon the last. Don't skip around. Stay with me until the end to fully understand how these practices work together. If you've ever experienced these early wake-up moments, I want to hear your story in the comments. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to join a growing community of modern Stoics on the path to wisdom and clarity. 1. Wake up with purpose. Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is often dismissed as insomnia or restlessness. But what if, instead of reaching for your phone or turning over with frustration, you saw it as a sacred calling? In the stillness of those early hours when the world is quiet, and distractions are few, there lies a powerful opportunity. An opportunity to wake up not just physically, but spiritually and mentally. Stoic philosophy teaches us that every moment, even the unexpected or uncomfortable ones, can be turned into a tool for self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reminded himself that the purpose of waking was to rise and fulfill one's duty to serve, to reflect, and to live with reason. Imagine this: it's 3:27 a.m. You're lying in bed, your thoughts are swirling. But instead of letting anxiety take over, you sit up. You breathe. You acknowledge that this moment is yours. No emails. No traffic. No noise. Just you and your thoughts. That's not a burden, that's a gift. Take Emma, a mother of 2 and a full-time nurse. She used to dread waking up in the middle of the night, thinking it meant something was wrong with her sleep pattern. But after reading about Stoicism, she started treating those early hours as her sanctuary. A time to be alone with her journal, her breath, and her purpose. It became her most treasured part of the day. Waking up at this hour allows you to break away from the chaos of daily life and reconnect with what truly matters. It's a chance to ask yourself powerful questions. Am I living in alignment with my values? What do I need to let go of? What can I create today that will move me forward, even by a small step? In the eyes of a Stoic, these early hours are not interruptions, they're invitations. Invitations to realign with nature, with the universe, and with your inner compass. They are moments where clarity often whispers loudest if you're still enough to listen. So the next time you find yourself awake at 3 or 4 in the morning, don't rush to fall back asleep. Wake up with purpose. It could be the universe nudging you toward a deeper version of yourself. 2. Make personal declarations. The early morning hours, especially between 3 and 5 a.m., are not just quiet, they are sacred. In that silence, your mind is most open, your defenses are down, and your heart is more honest. That is the perfect time to speak directly to yourself. To declare who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. This practice is not new. Stoic thinkers, including Epictetus and Seneca, spoke often about the importance of intentional thinking. They believed that the mind, left unchecked, would drift toward fear, desire, and distraction. But with daily practice, especially in the form of affirmations, you can anchor your thoughts to truth and purpose. These declarations are not about pretending. They are about reminding yourself of your inner strength, your values, your resilience. They are your mental armor. Let's return to Emma's story. She's a nurse, a mother, and someone who often felt overwhelmed by the pressures of work and life. After adopting Stoic principles, she began using her early mornings to stand in front of the mirror, look herself in the eye, and speak power into her day. I am capable. I am calm in chaos. I lead with compassion. I choose clarity over confusion. These were not just words. They became her foundation. And when she faced tension at work, difficult patients, unkind co-workers, impossible schedules, those affirmations reminded her of who she was. They helped her respond with strength instead of reaction. That's the power of personal declarations. They don't change the world around you. They change you so you can face the world with clarity and courage. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often wrote his own affirmations, lines that weren't meant to be read by others, but to realign himself each morning. Things like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your personal declarations might be different. They might be simple. I am not my past. I respond with wisdom, not impulse. I have enough. I am enough. Whatever resonates with you, say it. Say it out loud. Say it until your mind believes it. Because in the first light of day, when your soul is open and the world hasn't yet pulled you in 10 different directions, that is the moment to define who you choose to be. Declare your truth, your strength, your purpose. And watch how the day bends in your favor. 3. Remember and reflect on your dreams. The moments just after waking are delicate. Your conscious mind begins to stir, but traces of the dream world still linger. And it's in that fragile space that insight often hides. To the Stoics, life was about self-awareness, about understanding our inner world as much as the outer. And dreams, as strange and mysterious as they are, can be windows into the deeper parts of ourselves. They speak in symbols, in metaphors, in images our waking minds might overlook. But if we take the time to reflect, we may uncover truths that logic alone would never reveal. James, a quiet, introspective man in his 40s, began journaling his dreams during a season of emotional confusion. Every morning around 4 a.m., he would wake with vivid impressions from the night before. At first, he ignored them. But eventually, he started writing them down. One recurring dream kept returning. He was lost in a forest, searching for a door, but every path led him deeper into the woods. Through reflection, he began to see it. The dream wasn't about being lost, it was about resisting change. The door symbolized a new beginning, one he was afraid to open in his real life. And the forest? His own uncertainty, his fear of the unknown. That simple act of acknowledging the dream helped James make real-life decisions. He left a job that no longer fulfilled him and pursued a path that aligned with his values. Not because a dream told him to, but because the dream revealed what he already knew but hadn't dared to admit. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." But dreams are not meant to be feared, they are meant to be understood. They give form to feelings we haven't yet processed. Desires we've suppressed. Fears we pretend not to carry. The key is to ask yourself, gently, what is my dream trying to show me? What emotion did it stir in me? What am I being invited to face? Don't just dismiss your dreams as randomness. They're often messages in disguise, echoes of the soul, waiting for you to listen. In the quiet hours of morning, before the noise of the day takes over, take a few minutes to reflect on what your subconscious may be whispering. Write it down. Sit with it. Let it guide you, not with superstition, but with self-honesty. Because sometimes, the most important truths come not from the world outside, but from the one within. 4. Practice meditation. In a world that constantly pulls our attention outward towards screens, noise, and demands, the early morning hours offer a rare gift: stillness. And within that stillness lies the perfect moment for meditation. Stoicism and meditation are deeply intertwined. While we often associate meditation with Eastern traditions, the Stoics practiced a form of it every day. Marcus Aurelius would begin his mornings by reflecting inward, examining his thoughts, and reminding himself of the values he wished to embody. To the Stoic, meditation wasn't about escaping the world, it was about preparing to engage with it, calmly and wisely. When you wake between 3 and 5 a.m., your mind is naturally quieter, softer, more open. This is not the time to rush into tasks or scroll through your phone. This is the moment to sit, to breathe, to listen inward. Close your eyes. Sit with your breath. Let each inhale ground you, and each exhale release tension. You don't need to force anything, just observe. Watch your thoughts as they rise and fall like waves, without judgment. This is where the Stoic principle of acceptance comes alive. Not everything needs to be controlled. Not every thought needs to be fixed. Sometimes, simply witnessing is enough. Take Daniel, a former military officer who struggled with reactivity and restlessness after leaving service. He began meditating at 4 a.m. each day, guided by Stoic texts and focused breathing. Over time, he noticed something shift. The edge in his voice softened. The tightness in his chest eased. He no longer met problems with panic but with presence. Meditation gave him space between stimulus and response, a space the Stoics would call reason. Epictetus taught that we cannot control what happens to us, only how we respond. Meditation is the practice of building that space, the space where response replaces reaction, and clarity replaces chaos. Just 10 minutes of early morning meditation can change the way you show up for the rest of your day. It grounds you. It reminds you that no matter what life throws your way, you remain in control of your mind, your attitude, your focus. So if you wake before dawn, don't rush to fill the silence. Sit with it. Breathe into it. Let it become your strength. Because when the mind is calm, the path becomes clear. 5. Cultivate gratitude. In the quiet hours before the sun rises, when the world is still wrapped in silence, you have a choice, to begin your day with anxiety, or to begin it with appreciation. The Stoics believed that fortune is fleeting, but gratitude is eternal. They taught that a person who is truly wise doesn't wait for life to be perfect to be thankful, they find reasons to be grateful even in adversity. Because gratitude isn't about ignoring what's difficult, it's about embracing what's still good. The early morning is the ideal moment for this mindset. Your heart is soft, your mind is open, and distractions haven't yet stolen your attention. It's in these moments that gratitude becomes not just a habit, but a way of seeing the world. You don't need anything grand. Start small. Maybe it's the warmth of your blanket, the rhythm of your breath, or the simple fact that you've been given another day, a chance to grow, to connect, to try again. Consider the story of Helen, a retired teacher who used to wake up every morning with a sense of dread. Her children had moved away, her home felt quiet, and she often battled feelings of loneliness. But one morning, she tried something new. Before getting out of bed, she whispered 3 things she was thankful for: the morning light on her curtains, the quiet sound of birds outside, and the memory of her granddaughter's laughter. It wasn't much, but it was enough. And over time, those small acknowledgements began to reshape her entire outlook. Gratitude doesn't erase hardship, but it softens it. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what remains. From what's gone wrong to what's still right. And in that shift, resilience is born. Seneca once wrote, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." And science agrees. Modern research shows that gratitude boosts happiness, strengthens the immune system, and reduces stress. So the next time you wake between 3 and 5 a.m., try this: place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and name 3 things, no matter how small, that you're grateful for. Speak them out loud. Write them down. Let them anchor you in the present. Because even when life is uncertain, gratitude is a choice. And when practiced daily, it becomes a shield against despair and a light that guides you forward. 6. Journal for self-reflection. After the stillness of meditation and the warmth of gratitude, there is one more practice that completes this sacred morning ritual: journaling. To the Stoics, journaling wasn't a luxury, it was a discipline. Marcus Aurelius wrote meditations not for the world, but for himself. Each line was a mirror, a moment of brutal honesty, a way to examine his thoughts, fears, and values. And over 2,000 years later, his reflections still resonate because they were real. Writing is thinking made visible. It slows the rush of emotion and lets you see what's truly going on inside. In the early morning, before the day makes its demands, your thoughts are still raw, unfiltered, and that's exactly when they're most valuable. Start simple. Sit with a notebook and ask, what am I feeling right now? What do I want from today? What did I learn from yesterday? This is not about writing beautifully. It's about writing truthfully. No audience. No judgment. Just you, your mind, and the page. Take Paul, a business owner who struggled with stress and a constant sense of pressure. He began waking at 4:30 a.m., not to answer emails, but to write. At first, it was messy half-formed thoughts, scattered emotions. But over time, patterns emerged. He noticed where his anxieties came from, what triggered his frustrations, and what gave him joy. That awareness didn't just stay on the page, it changed how he led his team, how he spoke to his children, how he carried himself. Journaling didn't just organize his thoughts, it helped him take control of his life. Self-reflection through writing cultivates self-mastery. It aligns perfectly with Stoic principles: control what you can, know thyself, and live with intention. Writing helps you catch yourself before you drift into habits that no longer serve you. It helps you course correct, gently but honestly. And on the days when you feel lost, unsure, or overwhelmed, flipping back through your own words can remind you of your strength, your growth, and the clarity you've already built within. So if you find yourself awake before the world stirs, don't waste that moment. Open a notebook. Pour yourself onto the page. Let it be your companion, your teacher, your mirror. Because true strength doesn't come from avoiding your thoughts, it comes from meeting them with courage, and writing your way through. Now you know those early hours between 3 and 5 a.m. are not a burden. They are a blessing in disguise. A sacred window to pause, reflect, and grow. Through affirmations, meditation, journaling, and gratitude, you have the tools to transform stillness into strength. If something in this video spoke to you, like it, share it with someone who could benefit from it, and most importantly, subscribe to the Daily Stoic Reflections. This is just the beginning. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever found meaning or insight during those quiet hours? Which practice resonated with you most? Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. Until next time, live with intention, reflect deeply, and rise with purpose.